Hello, it's Randi Rhodes. Here's a clip from our show, and go to randirhodes.com for the whole thing and a podcast. Buy a stinking podcast.
Mary had a little man.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream. Change has come to America.
Believe me.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your mind.
The Navy SEALs would tell you that if you want to eat an elephant, you got to eat it one bite at a time.
You're a mooch.
The Trump administration is expected to name former Trump transition team official Anthony Scaramucci, well known as the Mooch.
The one and only Mooch.
Well, you know Mooch. Everyone at the table here knows Mooch.
Why'd you come over to Mooch this time?
The Mooch. That's going to be his official nickname.
It is. It's what he's known as, the Mooch. On the street, they know him as the Mooch.
Anthony Scaramucci, nicknamed the Mooch.
You're a mooch.
We know him as Mooch, by the way. Forgive us if we call him Mooch every now and again.
Mooch?
A Mooch.
The Mooch, as he is known.
First of all, his nickname, Mooch.
The man they call the Mooch, sent out there to be a big shiny object.
Mooch.
The Mooch, as he's known.
I'm not a mooch.
Of the Mooch.
You're a mooch.
The Mooch, Anthony Scaramucci.
The Mooch.
But what would the Mooch say?
Ma'am, you give me some more background.
He's a
on
Mooch.
this.
But you're calling him Mooch.
Does he
like the Mooch? I mean, look, everybody knows the Mooch. Everybody loves the Mooch. Anthony Scaramucci. Look, they love him. Everybody loves him
It sounds
because
like the
he's a
Fonz.
great
Everyone
guy.
loves the Mooch.
Yeah, exactly.
And I believe he's the only person in the administration who has their own emoji now, because they use the little smiley face with the wink and the kiss because he blew the kiss on Friday. That's the Mooch emoji, America, just an FYI.
That's right.
He's just an endless mooch.
I'm the president.
Oh, I wish. Yeah, so this is what we have now. We have the Mooch. Mr. Fandango is now the communications director at the White House, and he was all over the Sunday shows. It was so disorienting to watch him. I'm not really over the loss of Spicer. I'm not really over the loss of the spicy. I'm not, because, listen, that thing is a clown car cover-up that's going on at the White House, and you want a guy with the most entertainment bang for your buck. And you just can't beat the spice. Can't beat it. You can't. Mooch is a close second, but watching him all over, it was so disorienting to watch. I mean, to the point where today is 94 degrees here in Florida, and I'm wearing a sweater. Okay, that's how disorienting it is. You don't. I am. I don't know why, but this is crazy. I mean, this guy was sucking up to Scott Walker. Then he was sucking up to Jeb Bush. Then he started sucking up to little Marco, right? And this is all at various points in the campaign last year. And then he's finally, come around to Trump? I mean, this is a guy who spends a lot of time sucking up, and he doesn't do a very good job at it. He screwed up the whole Sunday thing, screwed it up so bad. Somebody needs to order a pizza so he knows where he fits in, I mean, that thing on Friday. I love Donald Trump. I love him. I love, blows a kiss, talking to one person only, Donald Trump. Love him. I think he's an important man. I could tell the minute he walked into a room he was a man to reckon with. I mean, just sucking up all over the TV. And during the campaign, I mean, Scaramucci would suck up to anybody that was running because he was just looking for a winner, and he still hasn't found one because he's Donald Trump's communications director. This is a hedge fund manager. Okay, he's pretending, the guy is arbitraging his career in politics. That's what he's doing. He screwed it up so bad, I got to tell you. I mean, first of all, he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know what side Donald Trump has taken. He doesn't know if Donald Trump has come around to believing Russia, actually, believing the findings of all of our intelligence agencies who did sign off on the four big ones, the CIA, the FBI, Homeland Security, the DNI. They all wrote this, thing saying, oh, yeah, the Russians meddled. And not only did they meddle, they hacked the voter registration systems in various states. They penetrated. Oh, yes. Russian penetration. It's very easy to miss. Trust me. So anyway, he doesn't know which side he's on yet. He hasn't been fully debriefed. He hasn't been fully briefed. He's still, I don't know, just somewhere out in the hinterlands looking for a winner, right? So he gets on the TV and they ask him questions about you know, whether or not the president finally believes that Russia hacked the election, and will he finally just say that he's prepared to defend the United States against cyber war? And he's like, I don't know. I'm completely unprepared to do this Sunday. I'm just here, and I'm looking sharp. I'm looking good. You know, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, she really ought to keep the hair and makeup person, though, because that girl's a two-face. And by that, I mean, she's asymmetrical, okay? We know that. And he's saying she needs a hair and makeup person? She doesn't need a hair and makeup person. She needs a plastic surgeon, quite frankly. You know, I mean, like, the left face doesn't match the right face. She's like some sort of a comic book villain. You know what I mean? She's a two-face. It's just very weird. And he got caught saying, like, really, really stupid things. I mean...
The only thing I asked Sarah, if you're watching, I love the hair and makeup person that we had on Friday, so I'd like to continue to use the hair and makeup person.
All right, Anthony, you can always swing by CNN. We have hair and makeup here if you ever need it.
Thanks. You got a lot on today, and you look very tan, Jake. You look tan and refreshed.
Anthony Scaramucci, thanks so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for
Welcome to
having
Washington.
What the hell? He's on a fast track to become chief of staff. Really. I just, I can't believe, I really like the hair and makeup. And then, of course, he got caught saying that. And every woman, whether they were Republican, it didn't matter, started tweeting him saying that was just disgusting. Okay. That was just unbelievable. Why are you? And he said, oh, no, I meant I liked the hair and makeup person, the one that did me. And I need all the help I can get. Okay, so the guy is sexist and shallow beyond belief. Here it's two. And Donald Trump is screaming all this time that, he's got the best people. He just keeps hiring the best people. It's the saddest freaking thing. Because, first of all, he has had to let go almost everyone he has hired thus far. He had to let go Lewandowski after Lewandowski was arrested for, grabbing a woman, who wrote for Breitbart, no less. He had to, let go of Flynn, because Flynn lied about his conversations with the Russian ambassador, which will bring us to the Kush. Got the mooch, and now you got the Kush. And watching him this morning, I swear to God, if I smoked pot, that's probably what it would have felt like. You know what I mean? Just slow, and it made it really hard for my brain to, function and focus. This boy is duller than dull, and this is like his best quality, that he's so dull that he can fly under the radar. I'll let my successes speak for themselves, which is why he's so quiet. He doesn't have any. He's in debt up to his eyeballs. Bought the most expensive building in New York, 666, like the devil didn't tell him, to do it. Most expensive building in New York ever. Then the market crashed. Now he's stuck with this building and he's desperate for money. But somehow we're supposed to believe he doesn't need money, and he's meeting Russian bankers, which, he said was very innocent. But I'll show you what he said, and I'll show you why it can't be true. But it's so far he's let Flynn go. He's let Manafort go. He's let Lewandowski go. He's let Spicer go. Oh, he's let Sessions. Well, he wants Sessions gone. I think you know this over the weekend. He's Preet Bharara's been fired. Comey's been fired. But he's got the best people.
We've got the best people. I know the best people. I know the best managers. I know the best deal makers. I have the most dedicated people. I have the best people. I have the best people. I know the best people. We know the best negotiators in the world.
Where are they?
We have great people. We're going to use our best people, and we're going to bring back our jobs. You need people that are truly, truly capable. And I think so much has to do with past history.
It's completely transparent. Donald Trump's tax returns aren't. I'd like to see those be transparent. And people start to see that he says he's for the little guy, but he's actually built a lot of his businesses on the backs of the little guy.
Oh!
But we have to stop being so politically correct. We need to get the best and the finest, and if we don't, we'll be in trouble for a long period of time.
You call Donald Trump a hack?
He's a hack politician.
Why is he resonating?
You're an inherited money dude from Queens County. Bring it, Donald.
And I love all people, rich or poor. But in those particular positions, I just don't want a poor person. Does that make sense?
No.
Does that make sense? If you insist, I'll do it. But I like it better this way, right?
Michael Flynn's resignation as National Security Advisor after only just over 3 weeks on the job had been brewing for days. The retired general had become a lightning rod for criticism over his ties with Russia.
Donald Trump's campaign manager has been arrested and charged.
Manafort worked with a pro-Russian Ukrainian president.
Does Trump's new campaign CEO have a history of domestic violence?
I have the best people. I have the best people.
You've got Russia. That's what you got. The best people. He has fired almost everybody, or people will. Nobody wants to work for him. He can't attract the best talent. And if he did have the best negotiators, tell me this, riddle me this, Batman. Why don't we have a health care bill? He was just on the TV right now going, okay, so here's my big play. For those of you Republicans who won't vote for Trump care, from now on, you're going to be known as for Obamacare. Ooh, scary. Forceful, convincing. Where is the health care bill? Where is his plan to cover everybody beautifully? Where is his tax plan? He doesn't have one. You know, all these things, these plans that he had, all the best negotiators that he was going to bring in, none of them showed up. Where's the jobs bill? Where's the infrastructure bill? Where is any of this? Okay? Where's any of it? He never had it. He's a liar, and nobody wants to work for him because they realize they're selling their soul to the freaking devil himself. Okay? So this is all crap. So now I got to watch a guy who trashed Donald Trump. Really, this is where he's down to. This is the point of exposing that Anthony Scaramucci not only called Donald Trump a hack, but also wrote an op-ed piece, a long-ass op-ed piece in the Fox News. For Fox Business News, Anthony Scaramucci in 2016, January 13th, 2016, look it up, everybody, Fox News, Anthony Scaramucci tore Donald Trump apart, tore his character apart, tore his campaign apart, tore his message apart, said he was a bankruptcy queen, saying he was like a white nationalist, a racist, that listening to Donald Trump was like doing moral debt restructuring. Oh! And this is what he's down to. These are the people that he's forced to hire because he can't find anybody who's willing to sacrifice their soul the way Sean Spicer did. And didn't I tell you? Spicer had a chance to get out and save his soul, but he waited, and it's too late. And then he brings in Scaramucci, and in front of the whole place, I mean, this is so humiliating. In front of the whole place, he tells Spicer he's been replaced, that the new communications director is this guy who trolled every Walker, Bush, Lyon, Ted. He trolled everybody for a job. Couldn't get anybody to win. And so now he's trolling Trump for a job, and Trump's like, all right, look, we got to take him. We got to take him because we don't have anybody. We're down to Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I can't put her on TV. I can't put her on TV. Hair, makeup, nothing works with this girl. Can't put her on TV. And that's why they took the press briefings off of the TV, and they didn't put him back on the TV until after Anthony Scaramucci came in. And he's a real two-face. I mean, she's not symmetrical, but he is a real arbitrager. He has no moral compass. This guy points nowhere. Okay, he just points nowhere, and you know that because of this. This piece of swill that he wrote about Donald Trump and how he hates him and now he loves him and he's blowing kisses to him. This was amazing, and he was asked about this on the Sunday shows, and he's completely unprepared.
My colleague Andrew Kaczynski noted that back in January 2016, you wrote a rather scathing op-ed for FoxBusiness.com, clearly directed at Donald Trump, saying, among many other things, quote, unbridled demagoguery has driven the GOP to an inflection point from which there is no turning back, unquote. A lot of people, Anthony, will read that op-ed. They'll read the tweets that you spent the weekend deleting that were pro-gun control, pro-action on climate change, and they'll think, wow, this guy's willing to suppress everything he believes in order to get close to power. What is your answer? What is your answer to that?
That's a ridiculous Washington sort of narrative, right? Some of the smartest minds and some of the smartest political leaders have changed and evolved and adapted their opinions.
Yeah, but you evolved from thinking Donald Trump was a demagogue to thinking he wasn't a demagogue.
I didn't say that Donald Trump was a demagogue.
Oh, yes, you did.
What does it say in that article that Donald Trump is a demagogue?
You were referring to demagoguery. The whole article.
I love you. Let me tell you something about demagoguery that I don't like. Okay, demagoguery. Okay, creates a lot of nonsense like this. Okay, so we're going to dial back all of that stuff, and we're going to focus on the agenda.
People should read the op-ed. And
read the op-ed.
And
read
it's
the op-ed.
very clearly referring to Donald Trump because you refer to him. You refer to this person who's going to win the primaries, who's a populist, who experienced several bankruptcies, and you tie moral bankruptcy to Donald Trump.
Okay, Jake, you're doing a really good job on this. And so
Go to RandiRhodes.com for the whole thing and a podcast. Buy a stinking podcast.